Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Today
hello.
is Monday, August 11th.
I didn't know they were here.
2025. And we are at Dexter.
What
Episode 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
We're on the B-side.
Cats and Mouse, was it?
Something like that. I kind of just watched the episodes. I don't pay too much attention to the title of them.
And the only one I remember was the one from last week because it was kind of pervy.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember that one. But this one, it was some cat and mouse or something like that.
This episode definitely had a lot of stuff happen that, like, you know, I think I said at the end of the last review, I'm like, I have no idea where the show's going, and this added to that.
Mm-hmm. Even at the end of this, I really don't know where it's going.
No, really, we're still at the, like, anything could happen, like, and be like, oh.
But the previews last week ruined one of the surprises from this episode.
And that's why I'm happy
we don't watch the previews.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy I don't do that.
First time that's happened.
Yeah.
So how do we open? Do we open on Dexter seeing what's his face at the top of the stair when he told him about his mother? Was that the open in this one or no?
Where he was sweeping the stairs.
Yeah,
and
he was out
Yeah,
there.
he was outside sweeping, and he comes out, and he's
Yes.
kind of somber.
What's the guy's name again? I forgot.
Blessing.
Blessing. Yeah, he
yes.
comes out and he looks all somber and says that his mother passed away.
And you know what? I mean, like, even though these are broken up by the episode, there was definitely foreshadowing for that. The way she talked to Dexter and told him that, like,
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise.
I don't want to go, you know, at the hospital. So it was kind of like you knew
It was what
probably
she
gonna
wanted.
happen.
It was good in a way. Good, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, if
yeah,
it
it
can
was-
be. He said she passed in her sleep.
Well, and it's funny too. They purposely kind of give you the jokey moment where, like, you know, he's like, "Hey, Harrison, you know, how should I
That
dress?"
was
And
good.
He comes in with Harrison. He's like, you know, it's gonna be sad, and he's like, "Dad, I know how funerals work." And
Right.
the door opens, and everybody's like cheering,
Everyone's partying.
and he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, what?"
Well, I mean, she was old enough to where
Yeah.
you could celebrate her life.
Yeah.
It's not like a tragedy when someone in their 80s and 90s passes
Well, and it
away.
wasn't all like laughter too. They had some
Right.
somber moments.
Right, they did.
It was very good. It was very.
It was
that's
very
how-
well done.
That's kind of just how that family was. Like all the interactions Dexter had with them, they were all pretty like upbeat people.
Yes.
You know, hey, let's sit around, let's eat, let's talk. You know, so
And-
that's not shocking. They wanted to kind of keep that up.
And
Right.
later
I
on, with the ice incident, Blessing does lose it, so you can see he's
Yeah.
really
He's
hurting.
affected.
Yeah, and he
Right.
talks a lot about his mother in this
He
episode.
gives you like context
I
about
like
his
the
past.
I like the cat thing where everyone she collected
That was
cats.
nice.
So everybody that came to the funeral got to choose a cat.
You see Dexter faking the tear though.
Yeah.
Well, and to be
it was
clear,
good.
if you haven't watched it yet, the spoilers, they're not real cats. They're ceramic decorative.
Right,
you know.
collectible cats. Yeah,
But
yeah.
she could still have gotten the crazy cat lady moniker if she wanted with the 20 plus fake cats she
She had a lot of cats. It was kind of cute though. Everyone took a cat and got up and said something nice
Hello.
about her, and
And that was a cool way to do that.
yeah. And Dexter's actually was pretty good. What he said.
It was good because
It was-
he missed her food.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
And he didn't really know her that well. It's only been 2
weeks.
Harrison goes, "How long have you known these people?"
he said a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks. He was I've been here for 3 months and I don't know anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, it
So that
pretty
was
funny.
good. That was some nice stuff. And even the actor that plays Harrison, after the episode, they do interviews and everything. And he was like, it was so nice to just be able to do a regular scene with people where it's not about murder or anything. And
I'm sure that's most of his scenes have been in that ballpark
it's
about murder.
been very. There's always tension in his scenes.
On the note of Harrison, we kind of get a turning point moment with him with the police in that, like, I think last time I mentioned how I was really kind of unsure what Batista's thinking, feeling, whatever, because he's got that like confused look on his face when we reveal, so and so is being Lady V is being charged with the killing at
Pick
the
your
hotel.
hands up again. Did you hear that?
That's the dehumidifier.
Oh, all right. I thought it was stopping when he took his hands off the table.
Oh no.
When-
Well, it's still going.
go
All
ahead.
right, it's got nothing to do with me.
We don't like a lot of humidity
Pardon
down
me.
here. So
No,
it's
no,
being
you're
I
fine.
don't know what that
dehumidified.
noise was.
But so he Batista goes to the police and he kind of like says to them, I don't think Lady V did this one, you know, and he lays out the whole Harrison Dexter Morgan thing, and that's a big deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
they're
It wasn't.
getting-
They still were very skeptical, but it
But
was
the
enough to get
information is
her to
out
bring
there
him
now.
along for
Right.
the interview.
and,
Which
and
is still amazing. They haven't verified. She hasn't verified anything about Batista yet, and she doesn't realize he's not even an active police officer? He's retired?
He's still going by.
I
For
feel like-
someone like as meticulous as her, you figure she would call down to Miami Metro and see get his deal.
I would say that's the kind of like stuff you could hand wave that she could have done off screen. It's not necessary that we need to watch her make a phone call to Miami. Like,
but he's not.
I don't care if
he's not a cop.
He's not even a cop.
But he was.
But that
she still wouldn't bring a civilian into this meeting in the prison.
No.
Did at any point he like actually say I am actively investigating this?
No, he just showed his badge.
All the stuff he's like said has been consistent because he's like, this is my case.
She keeps calling him Captain Bautista, and he's not saying I'm retired.
But you know what I mean?
No, that's not. It's a thing.
Yeah, but I'll give you the counter to that. Like when somebody's in the military and they retire, you still call them by the rank that they were. You don't say.
But you still wouldn't bring him into a investigation for a base.
I
don't think so.
It depends how much professional courtesy you want to extend. But at the end of the day, like if they call him out on it, nothing he's said has been like a lie. If anything, he might have steered the conversation in such a way that they don't ask.
Right.
Well, he'll say, "Well, I never actually said I still worked there. You made the assumption."
I believe he did show his badge.
He did show when he first met
that's
him.
the lie right there.
That's how he got in with them.
Okay, if that's the case, then that's different.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that, but I don't believe that.
Episode 3.
I believe you. So
Definitely
like you
happened.
do.
I feel like you think we're making this up.
Oh.
I stopped.
You want to go?
Wow.
A little bit.
That would be awesome. I'll get like a
That
bell
would be a
on
whole
here.
different show.
Here's the problem, though.
Good times.
What?
Maybe I'm the Gemini killer. Maybe if you take me out.
Wow.
One
Whoa,
more.
slow it down. That's the ending.
Spoiler.
Holy shit, let's get there. Build to it.
Hey,
All
he
right.
wanted to go.
I know.
So they all go to the prison to go interview
Lady V.
and as soon as they show up,
I was wondering how they were going to get around that because I thought she was going to register knowing Dexter and it was going to give it away.
See, my thought was
when
going to be
he wanted to surprise her with the picture and
Right.
she would have registered.
But I thought she wouldn't say anything because of her fear.
She wouldn't say
Dinklage.
anything, but I think he would have seen it I thought he was going to see it in her eyes.
We got to rewind for a sec, though.
Go ahead.
So there was a moment before that. Well, I mean, there was a couple moments before that, but we got Charlie still kind of sniffing around.
I was wondering what that guy was when she went into the gambling place.
Right. So, I mean, it could have been a couple of things, and it turns out she, threw a hefty amount of money at a CO.
A hefty amount.
And basically he like Epsteined her. Like, because...
Oh,
They might have got me for
that's
that
a callback.
Right.
They might have got that kind of cash.
To the Epstein episode.
And I just want to point out, I might
said
have
it-
called this one because I did say when we talked about the last session, we were like, her stay is going to be short.
You didn't think she was going to make it very
I
long.
didn't.
Yes.
You don't think Epstein killed himself? That's weird.
I think it could have gone either way. Either way, he's dead, right?
Just like art.
Hey,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm dead or I go either
no,
way?
either
Keep
way.
running your mouth, both of them.
Now I'm going with both of you?
Right. And I think that she understood she was probably not going to make it out of there, and she had made peace with that. Like when she like
okay.
she
I
got
still
she got
I'm
told
going to
you're-
miss her character.
I am too, and I think that was very like sad. We also get this episode had a lot of stuff.
They had a lot of stuff
Yes.
in it. Yes.
We finally get a little bit more detail and like kind of look at David Dastmalchian, who now this one is the
Gemini.
one I was wrong about. I thought he was the Ripper. He was somebody called the Gemini Killer who kills in twos, and he likes to position his bodies in such
And
a
it
way.
looked like the Gemini symbol in blood
Right,
of where
right.
they where the
Yes.
bodies were.
right.
right. So we finally get to hear him talk a little bit, and he's
Well,
definitely
Dexter follows him.
Yeah, but before that, like they come to like the emergency meeting.
Oh, yeah.
At what the heck's his name? Prater's place.
Prater's place.
And we learned that he's a fucking narcissist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he
He's
is so
such-
full of himself.
So
Yes.
that's what I liked about him,
Yeah, yeah.
honestly.
Why?
believe that.
That's weird.
That is
Did you
weird.
ever watch?
Yeah.
How much of South Park have you seen?
I mean, I've seen it over the years.
There's
I haven't
an
seen it in
episode at
many
one point
years.
with like Priuses and like people smelling their own farts because they were so full of themselves.
Wow.
That's what it made me think of. And Dexter even realized that he's like, oh my god, you're so
This
full.
guy is in love with
What a
himself.
douchebag.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And I mean, like he goes to the like library at one point and looks at a serial killer magazine just to like see like what they have about him in it.
Well, there was more to it than that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That was
yeah.
what he was using to communicate with somebody else.
Right.
But only a narcissist would do that.
Right.
But it made sense, that book, for the communications.
Yeah.
But he could have done anything.
What's funny
in
is,
fact,
though...
In fact, that probably is more telling if you're looking for
they
it.
obviously had... That was the book that they would be communicating with.
Well, this comes up when Dexter's following him, trying to get some intel on him. He follows him into a bookstore.
Awful easy to follow him, though. I mean, no, he never... He's a serial killer, and he never even looks over his shoulder.
Well, he ended up seeing him, ultimately.
You think that's what that... Oh, yes, he did. Yes,
he ended up
seeing
him.
Here's the thing about that, though.
Afterwards, he's watching the bookcase.
And here's me planting the seeds for another thing, right?
Okay.
So, by the
Is this you calling something else?
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
So, by the end of the episode, we learn that the Gemini killer kills in twos because there are two of them. He has a exact twin.
Yes.
Right? I'm sorry, what's the word? Identical twin.
Identical twin.
And so...
You really jumped ahead on that one.
I wonder, though, like, if at some point while he's following him and while David Dastmalchian follows him back to the place, if it's the same
that
one,
sees him?
well,
so you're saying, like in the bookstore, the one he follows in,
could be the real
twin
one.
ends up seeing him?
I don't think so.
Well, here's my reasoning though. So he's got the thing in there for the 8:00 meeting, right? And then eventually, like, Dexter goes home and
leaves his door ajar. I knew right then that somebody was going in.
I thought it was going to be Charlie, to be honest.
Oh.
But when he's in there, though, the swap could have happened, like, whenever the 8:00 meeting is, and then after one of them follows back the other.
Well, there never was a meeting because he took the thing. He took the note out of
the thing.
So they were never going to meet at 8:00 after that.
That's true.
And Dastmalchian goes right to his apartment, apparently.
All right. So then it probably is the same one. And
Yeah,
then he kills him
I
there.
think it's the same one.
And before you find out that he's the twin, like, you're sitting there kind of going like, wow, this guy got already. I mean, I say already, it's episode 6, but like all these like big names, you're like thinking to yourself like, wait, these guys can't live at all. Ponytail guy lived past this guy.
Well, I don't know if Dastmalchian's a big name.
I'd say he's bigger than the other guy.
Then
The Modern Family guy.
I don't know. That was pretty big.
I don't know either.
I know the other guy's been in a couple of movies, but...
Well, so after this meeting, we kind of skipped over a lot. Dexter goes home.
Yeah.
He opens his doors, and what's that? I forget his name.
Blessing
comes down to see him.
This is after he's killed.
Oh, you're talking about
Gemini.
after he talks to Dastmalchian.
Yeah, I guess I jumped ahead too. Yeah.
So he
Gemini's
kills Gemini
in his apartment,
and he hides him in the bathtub.
Right. He kills him in his apartment
Because Blessing's knocking on the door.
and he does his little slide thing with his blood for his collection. And then Blessing comes down, knocks on the door. So Dexter says, "Wait a second," and he pulls the body into the tub. And as he's doing that, one of the rungs comes off the shower curtain. So you knew something was going to happen with that.
It was a typical sitcom moment because it's like everything he could almost do to like reveal the body. He was doing. Oh, can I get some Advil? Oh, look at how.
Blessing comes down and says, starts talking about his mother and getting a little emotional.
And you learn a lot more about his past, though,
Yes.
too.
Yeah, we learned he was a child soldier.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and
that was
he's killed
interesting.
someone.
So he kind of he's living with that guilt of that. And
That might be foreshadowing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That might come up later.
Yeah.
That absolutely might. But his mother was his rock, basically. She got him out of the position that he was in, went and kidnapped him, basically, re-kidnapped him.
Well, unkidnapped him.
Yeah, exactly. He took him
Somehow
back
got
and then
him
moved
back
to the
and
moved to
forced
the
him
United
to come to
States.
America, which he was against his will at the time. But he was a child.
He was indoctrinated also.
Yep. And so he was very sad about that. Started getting a migraine or a headache or whatever, and asks if Dexter has any aspirin. So Dexter's like, "Oh yeah, there's some in the bathroom." And then it clicks. Oh shit! I just sent him into the bathroom, and there's a body in the tub. So it's very tense when he walks in, and Dexter kind of follows him in, and then he turns around and sees the shower curtain just pulled off the rung, and he's like, "Oh." Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said.
He's like, what kind of landlord would I be if I just like did this way?
Well, that was a terrible accent.
That was an Indian accent. I don't know what you're doing right now.
That's what I am. So.
Wow. Today. So I mean, it was really. I didn't think he was going to see him, but it was kind of.
I didn't think so
They made
either.
it tense enough to where he's right there where the body is.
I thought that what was going to happen was the second he closed the door, Dastmalchian was going to jump out, like maybe like he wasn't fully dead.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would've
I was.
been
Oh, I was just getting like ready for like the jump moment.
Well, now after this, he ends up he disposes of the body. Where is this? place
it's in
that
some
he's
slum area of the city that a lot of people
so
don't
he
go
is
to.
driving to that with the
Yes.
because they don't show any of
He
that
cuts them
anytime.
up,
They're so
drives them there
easy
to
and
the
so
furnace.
convenient.
He did it with the first one, so it's like after that you can kind of just
But-
assume he knows what he's
But
doing.
I kind of thought it was like a funeral home.
No,
but
it's just
he's
some
throwing
furnace in
wood
an
in
old
there and
building,
stoking
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
you think the people might smell the burning bodies.
If the flute's high enough and no one's
Maybe,
around, and
yeah.
they brought that up in the first couple episodes where that's an area that nobody goes, not
he
even
also
the
said
police.
that like the police response time was like super long.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So I liked his dumping it in the water. A
Yeah.
little better,
Yeah, me
but-
too. But he can't do that in New York City.
Well, he's got the Hudson.
That's true.
Dump that shit. That's
You
probably
wouldn't even notice it there.
no. It's all so disgusting. You probably wouldn't notice it. So then, at what point does
Harrison
no? At what point does what's the little guy's name?
Prater.
Prater end up following him, or no? He sends the chick to to the apartment that they know of.
Yeah.
And
And everything's all
is
moldy.
moldy.
And
Yes.
So he knows he hasn't been there in a
Yeah,
while. So
but
he calls him.
Yeah, he calls him, but he like upfront admits he's like, "Oh, I didn't go back there." You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Once
what he
was
told him when he
smart. He
called.
was smart.
Yeah, he
He's
told him
like,
that because
you-
that was a good answer as to
Yeah.
why haven't you been at your apartment?
Since you were able to find me, I haven't been back there since.
Right.
That was smart.
Yep,
Yeah,
it was.
and it makes sense. It like fits the MO of the guy he's pretending to be.
It does.
So the weird thing about that though, and if anybody who was really paying attention like pointed it out, like he went a lot of that episode like dressed up because of the funeral or
Right, he was
whatever.
in a suit and tie.
He left himself super exposed to like being on camera.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
he didn't have the hoodie or any of the stuff, so like he might get caught like being like careless.
Would he?
He very well could be.
The hood keeps them from identifying him, though. So how would his face identify him to anybody?
Well, I mean he's still like
I mean, if he tried to commit a murder like that, but just
Yeah.
walking around, nobody knows him.
I don't know.
Except for Batista.
I mean,
I think
nobody
it's-
looking for the.
It's better to not give people the opportunity to have information about you. You know what I mean?
Yes. But I mean, nobody looking for the dark passenger knows anything about what he looks like because his face is always washed out.
Right, but between you started to say his name, so like Batista knows him. Batista, if he starts,
Well, Batista
pulling the
knows
right
where he
threads,
is.
kind of.
he only knows he's in the city.
He knows
Yeah.
where Harrison is, and
Yeah, I
he
was
knows
gonna say,
that
he
he's
doesn't-
talking to his father. So all he had
Yeah.
to do is follow Harrison.
which he may do because he doesn't know that he lives with Blessing right now. He hasn't seen him there yet.
That's true. He doesn't know his exact address
Yeah.
or anything right now, but it's the way people are finding everybody in this episode, in this season.
Yeah.
He easily will find
Yeah.
him when he wants to.
And I'm real curious, and I don't know like how he's gonna get out of it, especially now that they're like pointing it right back at him again. It really seems like they want Harrison to stay in New York. I don't necessarily think that Dexter will stay in New York, but
Right.
he grabbed the NYU pamphlet and he's
talking
has these
about maybe going to
aspirations
college.
maybe of trying to be more normal. But in all of that, right, he goes to babysit at Dante again, the friends on a double, and the landlord comes, and in fact, she even said, like, oh, yeah, I owe my landlord money or whatever.
Well, the reason for
But
that was
the
she
double.
decided not to pay because she found black mold in her son's closet.
Yeah.
That's causing him to have respiratory
But the
issues.
guy is an over-the-top jerk, too.
Oh, I love
He,
it. Yeah.
he is. He was in The Sopranos, actually.
Yes,
that actor.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's got that Italian, give me my money attitude.
Yeah,
and,
you're like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right.
Which I was really hoping Harrison said back to him, well, then she'll get you the rent when she gets to it.
well,
But
you kind of
I-
had a
I think-
daydream.
Yeah, where he like
About
stabs
that.
the guy in
Right.
the face.
Right.
I think that a landlord would be like, well, if you're not paying your rent, I'm not doing the work. So, I mean, it would be kind of a standoff there, too.
That would be would you call it a Mexican standoff?
No,
Well,
that's
Italian.
three
You
sides.
just said he was from The Sopranos.
Oh, that's true.
That's three sides, and nobody can escape without getting harmed, and the landlord's not in any danger.
I prefer the
he's in
Spider-Man
danger, I
standoff where it's like three
Oh,
Spider-Men
just
pointing at each other. Yeah.
That's
That
a
is
one.
good.
Classic.
But yeah, so Harrison's still kind of struggling with his
His
darkness.
demons. Yeah.
You know, on one episode we're like he's not that bad, and then in other episodes he's imagining killing people and or having killed people.
But with this conversation with his father, he confesses that.
Right,
And,
he
and
tells-
Dexter
and it's
does
good.
say, that's fine. You can. People get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
You-
just got to maintain that
and you
line
didn't do
between,
anything about it,
not
which is
doing
good.
versus doing.
So maybe there's hope that he's not going to go down that path.
Right. Well, and it's
He
probably
said you're a lot more like my sister than me.
Deb was a doer. If Deb wanted to do something, she did it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
She just
but
didn't have
kill
dark.
anybody.
She didn't have dark impulses though about killing, but she like beat up people or punched people and stuff. So she just had like more realistic reactions to things rather than jumping right to the kill.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. Did we miss anything else? So I mean, like at the
Well,
very end.
I'm trying to think at one point they call Dexter or what Peter Dinklage
Red?
Yeah,
calls Dexter to
Yeah.
go to
Oh.
for a meetup at the end.
yeah.
He's like, all right, meet us here and bring what do you say?
Your tools
Your
and stuff.
tools, and he got a surprise for you.
That was Charlie called him.
Charlie, okay.
And said, be at this spot and bring your tools. Yeah.
So he shows up. This is the end of the episode. So
Yeah.
he shows up to the spot, and there's a helicopter waiting.
And they're still waiting for
Well, two of them get on.
Yeah.
So him and who's the
Ponytail guy.
Who's the Modern Family character? I forgot his name too.
I don't
I'm not
remember
good with
his
names.
but he's his killer, his ponytail guy.
The ponytail guy.
that's
the
his
name of his killer.
That's his killer name.
He's the ponytail guy. Yeah.
Oh, because he cuts. Yeah, because he cuts. It keeps them as mementos.
Yeah.
Well, yes, those two show up and they get.
He's
on the
all
helicopter.
excited about getting on the
Yeah,
helicopter.
yeah. He's all
like,
pumped up.
we can't locate Lowell, and he's like, yeah, we're waiting for Gareth.
Gareth. So Dexter's sitting there like, oh,
Yeah, he ain't
he's not going to
showing
show up. And then a car pulls up and out walks Gareth, and you're like, well, who do you think is Gareth?
If they didn't like have that 30-second explanation where he's like, oh crap, I realize that now there's two of them. I was about to be like, wait, did Dexter just cross into the realm of supernatural?
No, I wasn't thinking.
The only
like that.
thing
I
is,
did for 2 seconds.
If Prater or none of them knew that there's two of them, I don't know if anyone does. But if they don't know there's
think they
two
do.
of them, then nobody's going to know anything's up, and he can't
Right.
say anything.
Well,
Right,
the
obviously.
twin
Even
will
when
know
his
something's
brother's-
up when his brother doesn't turn up sooner or later.
But even
Right.
when his brother's missing, he can't say anything to them.
Nope, because they don't know
if they
about
don't
it.
know about it.
I don't think they know there's two of them.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Although-
There's been a lot of change. A lot of things turn on a dime in
Yeah.
this season. So I don't.
We're
know.
gonna need an explanation on why the twin turned up instead of the other one, unless of course he admits like, oh yeah, we like take turns doing this stuff because people don't know there's two of us.
The only reason I would think that would happen was the original one that dropped the note off in the book at the bookstore left, and the other one came in and saw Dexter with the book, so he ended up following him home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Oh,
the
you're
only
saying
thing
if it
I can
was-
think of. And I'm assuming the one brother would have told the other brother about
Yeah,
Dexter
well,
in the
he-
first place as being one of the people that go
And
with
or
this thing.
or at least he told him, hey, meet at the bookstore and I'll leave you the time and place somewhere, right? And that's when he sees Dexter and follows him.
That's what I'm assuming happened, but we'll find out.
We will.
How else
because
would that
also
happen?
There's gonna have to be some
Prater-
kind of flashback scene where they're like showing some interaction between them.
Right.
Well, Prater gave them all phones so he can contact them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They can hand phones off between each other and they'd never know
well,
the
I'm saying there
difference.
would have had to be a time that they were together to do that,
Yeah.
or he couldn't have had the phone.
Right.
So we'll see. Maybe
Sure,
there is
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
It could be something
But that was a
super
cool-
simple though. They might even share a place that they live at together. Because if one goes in and then one goes out, who's gonna know the difference?
Right.
But the one that was at the meeting with Prater, assuming he had the phone then, and then goes to the bookstore, Dexter follows him, and then he goes to Dexter's, he died. I mean, really, there was no time where he could have got rid of the phone that we know of.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of time, too,
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
would think, yeah. Yeah. You don't really know the time frame.
Yeah, we don't.
No,
You're
but
just
I mean,
assuming.
yeah. I mean, they didn't say any time went by.
So it had to be at least a day. I mean, it also takes us 10 minutes to dump it.
We'll see.
Exchange phones.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
we'll
where
see.
that's going to go.
That was a really good surprise ending, though. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So we got 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 4 more episodes, and
Four
they are
episodes
still all
left.
weekly. They're not. As far as I know, they only did the double up for the week
initial.
1. So
Yeah, so it's definitely still fantastic. I thought this was one of my favorite episodes because of how it ended.
I've actually seen some things online about this being picked up for season 2 and 3. Have you heard? So there's a lot of false stuff online, so I don't know if that's true or not.
I haven't looked into anything. Although
I haven't heard any of that either.
I don't know that this would have come up at Comic-Con, but Comic-Con was like 2 weeks ago. So I mean, a lot of times news comes out of those things,
Yeah, the big
like for pop
reveals.
culture and stuff.
Yep.
Dexter Resurrection.
Wow, that's a lot of words you're looking
Yeah.
at. Right there.
Yeah, release.
But yeah, that was really the highlight of the episode when the twin shows up
Yeah.
and I mean Dexter's mouth just drops. He's like, holy. He figures it out.
I don't know at what point this is marked, but it says according to Hall and Phillips. So Hall is one of the guys. Oh, they're both guys that make the show. It says Resurrection is designed to have multiple seasons. So like from the jump.
Well, and this
So-
says Dexter Resurrection has been rumored to be renewed for both season 2 and 3, but no official announcement yet.
No official.
No, but I mean, if this continues its current trend,
Yeah.
and remains as good as it has been, I would see no reason not to do a second
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
It's
this has been great.
They've really crushed this.
As good as the original, at least.
Even my mom, and my brother are watching it.
I
now.
would say so, as
So,
good as the
yeah.
original. Trying to think like what season of the originals I would compare it to. But it's definitely better than the later seasons, like the 5 through 8, where it's like the stuff after Trinity. Trinity's the hard one to beat.
Trinity should have been the end of the series, the initial series.
But
Of course, then you wouldn't have Harrison either.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you would. Yeah. You still have Harrison.
Oh, yeah, he was because they found him in the blood.
Right. That's where they should have ended the original series, honestly. Because the last couple seasons, they could have tied that up a little bit.
They had stuff in them that I liked, but like as a whole, they're not as good. Mm-hmm. Like Hannah, I loved Hannah, but
that was Yvonne Strahovski. That Yvonne Strahovski? How do you say
Strahovski.
Was that her character you're talking about, Hannah? The one from
Chuck.
I
have no idea. Never saw.
Tall,
Chuck.
Thin, blonde.
Oh, you're missing a good show.
Well, that's the one that Harrison went away with at the end. He even talked about in this episode when he is like, they flash back to her for like 2 seconds, like when he's talking about funerals, and then he's like, both of your moms would be proud.
Yeah.
Right. Well, to wrap this up, episode 6 was again fantastic. I'm going to say really good episode.
Me too. I loved it.
If you haven't started watching this show, start watching.
I still don't know what they're doing.
Right. Well, we'll find out.
But honestly, that's a hallmark of a great show.
Yeah,
They keep us guessing.
yeah.
Yep, and every episode ends with something fantastic, like a good reveal, and I don't know. I really like it. So we highly recommend it. So watch it, for Christ's sake.
Somewhere
Screw
between
around.
3 and 6
And
thumbs up.
well, what's great is when you start watching it, you can watch one episode, then watch our recap. Watch a second episode, then watch our recap.
I'm sensing a theme.
And you could just go right down the line. And by the time you finish, we'll be done. Boom. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, that's it. See ya. Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video.